My grandpa used to say, if you don't see an opportunity, create one. I did the math recently and one can is now 22 Satoshis. When you see inflation printing away, devaluing your money, and you see Bitcoin as really scarce, you just have no other option. So to me, it's not even about becoming rich. It's just not about becoming poorer.
The Blockworks Digital Asset Summit, crypto's premier institutional event, is coming back to London this October, the 13th to the 15th. You'll hear from top names across global finance, DeFi, and policy. Think BlackRock, Circle, Coinbase, and the UK Parliament. Notable speakers already locked in include Danny Masters from CoinShares, Jeff Park from Bitwise, and plenty more to come. There's also a VIP dinner on October the 13th. That's for speakers and VIP ticket holders only. It will sell out. It's all happening at the Old Billingsgate in London. Use code SUPPLY100 at checkout for £100 off.
Quick reminder, nothing said on Supply Shock is a recommendation to buy or sell any investment or product. This podcast is for informational purposes only, and the views expressed by anyone on the show are solely their opinions, not financial advice or necessarily the views of Blockworks. Our hosts, guests, and the Blockworks team may hold positions that company funds or projects discussed.
Hey everybody, Pete Rizzo, the Bitcoin historian on X, here with another great episode of Supply Shock. Today we have a truly interesting story that you won't hear anywhere else. We've got a special guest, Bruno Oliveira. He's captured the attention and love of Bitcoin Twitter with his enthusiasm and dedication for stacking sats. Truly, Bruno is going above and beyond in his attempts to stack his first Bitcoin. And we're going to have him here today to tell his full story. Welcome to the podcast, Bruno.
Obrigado. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for the invitation.
So, Bruno, you've been stacking sats by collecting cans, depositing them, and exchanging those Brazilian reals for Bitcoin. How were you inspired to get this idea?
So basically, lack of money made the idea come by. My grandpa used to say, if you don't see an opportunity, create one.
Amazing. So tell us a little bit about how long have you been doing this? How much time are you dedicating to the effort? Obviously, people feel very inspired by your story and would love to hear a little bit more about how you approach stacking sats on this budget.
I did the math recently, and one can is now 22 Satoshis. I work every day of the week, and then on the weekends I go out and I try to find these cans to exchange for Satoshis. I know it isn't much. Some days I don't find anything, but through time, it becomes really something.
How are you doing the exchange in America here? You know, you can go to a supermarket, you can deposit cans and get money. And usually there's an ATM right at the supermarket. Some of them you can convert right to Bitcoin at the supermarket. How difficult is it to get the money from the cans and actually turn that into Bitcoin where you are?
So in Brazil, we have places that you need to go to and they collect it. And then I sell them for Brazilian reais. And then via Pix, I buy Bitcoin.
Okay. What is, can you explain a little bit about Pix for those of us who aren't aware?
So Pix is pretty much a digital form of Brazilian money. So you can transfer instantly reais to anyone else that has a bank account.
Interesting. So what do your friends and family and coworkers say about what you're doing? Do you talk to them about Bitcoin, and what do they think of your effort?
So my family supports me a lot. They really do. But at work is a different story. I can't really have this kind of conversation with my coworkers. They have a very high time preference. Whereas with Bitcoin, you need a low time preference. So they prefer to gamble, they prefer to go on the lottery, and they don't see that through time, their purchasing power is being lost.
Yeah, very inspiring stuff. When did you first learn about Bitcoin, and what inspired you about how did you fall in love with Bitcoin?
So that's a funny story. So I found it through the Big Bang Theory TV series. So I saw Sheldon talk about mining, and I saw, well, okay, this could work. So that's how I fell into the rabbit hole, and it's to this day one of the best series in my opinion.
You see it on this TV show. How did you start learning about Bitcoin? Did you buy a book? Did you go onto Bitcoin Talk or on Reddit? Or, what was maybe your learning experience and journey like? And when did you know that Bitcoin was the solution for fixing the money?
So after that, I started to talking about Bitcoin with some people. They sent me over to YouTube, and then I just fell down the rabbit hole. I never stopped watching about Bitcoin. I have fond memories of the TV show to this day, so I sometimes just go and watch a little bit more.
So, when I think back, I've been in Bitcoin a long time, and I feel like I'm stacking harder today than I've ever stacked before, because I realize today that Bitcoin now is going to be so valuable. So when was the point on your journey where you really maybe talk a little bit how, or I'm curious, was there an earlier time when you weren't as serious about stacking Bitcoin, and then what was the reason you started collecting cans and you became so convicted?
So to me, it was really about seeing inflation in my country. When you see inflation printing away, devaluing your money, and you see Bitcoin as really scarce, you just have no other option. So to me, it's not even about becoming rich. It's just not about becoming poorer.
What was that first day like? Did you look at other options for how you might earn more Bitcoin, and what was that first time you went out collecting cans like? Can you tell us that story?
So the first day was really challenging. I only found 2 to 3 cans. So I even doubted myself. I was like, is this really what's gonna take? Is this enough? But then I just kept going. And every weekend I'm out and I go and I find these cans. And I noticed that the earlier I go out, the best. So I need to leave at like 5, 6 a.m. on the weekend to go out and collect these cans.
Wow. So what's the best day, or maybe what's the best thing that you have found? Maybe you uncovered some big trove of cans. What's the best for practices for people who want to copy your strategy?
So it's been really special because now my wife, she's going alongside me. So she has found a bike, and we're going on the bike together. And then this other day, we found 2 bags of cans with 10 pounds of cans. So this was a sign to me that, family helping is really important.
What is the worst part about collecting the cans?
So the worst part to me is the prejudice. I feel it very strongly. So people that do what I do, they suffer a lot of prejudice from a big part of the population. So there are some places that I even don't go to because I don't feel welcomed. So this is a message that I want to spread as well, is that people that do this, they are good people. They are hardworking people.
What's the most rewarding part other than the Bitcoin, of course?
To me, of course, it's related to Bitcoin, but it's the purchasing power. I feel like I've done this math, and if I had stuck with reais instead of Bitcoin, I would be in a much worse place right now. So this is really great for me.
You mentioned you want to stack a whole Bitcoin, through collecting the cans. How realistic do you think this is? Do you think that you'll achieve it? How long do you think it will take for you to achieve it?
So that's the ultimate dream, right? This is the North Star. But day to day, I try not to think too much about it. First, I want to get to zero point 0.1 Bitcoin, to 10% of a Bitcoin, and then I'll set a new goal for 0.2, and then I'll go on and on and on. Because if I think about the 1 Bitcoin, my motivation's gonna run out, and so I just try and value every set and just focus on stacking sats every day.
Well, it's tough because the purchasing power is going up, right? Bitcoin is going up. Are you more motivated to stack cans or to do the cans when the price is lower, or you try not to think about the fiat price?
So I try not to think too much about the price. What I do sometimes is I calculate like how much is this can worth in Satoshis. So that motivates me to go and do what I do. But I try not to care too much about the price. Of course, if it goes up, I like it. And if it goes down, then I know it's going back up soon. So I just focus on collecting, no matter the price, so that I can stack more sats.
Why do you think Brazil most needs Bitcoin, and what do you think? What do you think are the things that will help Brazil adopt Bitcoin eventually?
So to me, I think the big thing is inflation. And it's hard because most people don't want to learn about inflation. Apparently, they don't want to see the truth. They don't want to hear about it. So I don't ever give investment advice. I only tell people, hey, take a look at Bitcoin, learn about inflation. And then I think ultimately is inevitable.
What if there are people there out here listening who are building companies, what companies are needed in Brazil to help you use Bitcoin better?
I really wanted to be able to go to the pharmacy, to go to the market and be able to spend my Bitcoin via Lightning. But yeah, I think we're very far away from that.
Interesting. How do you think about Bitcoin adoption, and do you think that in your lifetime you will see Bitcoin become the money of the world?
Well, so the path that I see it taking, at least in Brazil, is for it to become a store of value. So that's what I think it is headed.
Interesting. So why do you think your story has reached so many people? Obviously, it was posted online. I posted it from my account. It really was a big celebration amongst the Bitcoin community of people from all over the world who really felt inspired by what you're doing. Why do you think there was such a enormous reaction?
So when I first created my account, my goal actually was to reach people in the same social class as me. But then I found the Bitcoin community, and that was amazing, really.
But what about what you're doing? Do you think that they react to? Obviously, they. It seems like a lot of people who responded to me, they said they felt like they stacked harder because they heard your story that week.
Yeah, that was really great. It really pushes me to keep trying to inspire people. And so it's something that I want to keep doing, of course, and I'm really grateful.
Well, there's a lot of people listening who obviously they have free time they on the weekends and maybe want to or feel inspired by what you're doing to do something similar. What would be your message to them that they need to take Bitcoin seriously and really stack as hard as they can?
So, what I have to say is start where you are, use the tools that you have available to you, and never give up on changing your family's future.
Well, very inspiring stuff, and I know that I've been really inspired by your story. It makes me feel like I'm very lazy. I'm not doing enough to get as much Bitcoin as I can.
No, I appreciate it. I think each person has their own thing going on, and yours is really important. And I really appreciate what you're doing to pushing Bitcoin forward. And there's even a side project that I have going on that I would like to speak about later.
No, sure, yeah, I would love to hear about your project.
So I have two daughters and a grandson, and I don't want them to slack on learning about Bitcoin. I want them to learn as soon as possible. So I have started doing some children's books and some games, and I would very much like to show them to you right now.
Oh yeah, I would love to see them. Can you describe them for me as you are showing them?
So this is the first one that I did. It has a little Bitcoin story, and it has some pictures for the kids to play with and color them. So, and I think it's really important that the images have meaning as well. This is another one that I did. It talks about Rolante, which is a city in Brazil which has the highest adoption of Bitcoin in Brazil.
Hmm. It's the official capital, Bitcoin capital of Brazil, correct?
Yeah, I like to say it's Bitcoin land.
Okay, so this is another. We've got another book.
So this one is a little bedtime storybook that I did for my grandson. So he can't read yet. So I read these stories to him on bedtime, and it talks about the good guys and the bad guys. Classical story, but Bitcoin focused.
Would you like to read the story? Is it long enough, or is it short enough?
Can I just read the titles of the stories?
Oh yeah, sure, that's fine.
The blockchain maze, Satoshi's trip to the digital world, Peter, who's my grandson, and the challenge of the Bitcoin mine, the princess Ibit in the Bitcoin land, The Messengers of the Secret Block. This one is a homage to the Bitcoin journalists. This one is the one that I like the best. It talks about the Sucatero, which is me, and then Satoshi, the day that he came to visit me.
Wow, that sounds those sound very fascinating. Where can people purchase them, or go see them online?
So people can always refer to my Twitter, my Instagram, and I was at Paraguay this past weekend. I saw a great need to translate these books into Spanish, into Portuguese. So if anyone is interested to help me, let me know. I'm also taking any donations, anything to help spread the word.
So you have a full-time job. You collect the cans. You're writing books. When are you're watching the TV shows about Bitcoin? When do you have time to sleep or time for yourself?
No, it's just that my head produces too many ideas, but I do sometimes get some time to sleep. Yeah.
So maybe my kind of last question or winding down question is, maybe if Satoshi Nakamoto heard his story, what does he think Satoshi would think of his story and his efforts to acquire Bitcoin?
I think he would be very proud. Not only just proud of me, but proud of the entire Bitcoin community. And I really think that he follows us, that he knows about us, and that he is following along the community.
Amazing. Well, Bruno, we really appreciate you coming here and inspiring everyone. Your story really, I think, is a testament to just how much one can do to acquire Bitcoin, and just you are very inspiring in how you go about your work. And I really thank you for sharing your story.
No, thank you. I'm really happy to have been invited. And I risk saying that this is just a start. I have many ideas, and we're going very far.
Amazing. Is there anything you would like to add before we conclude?
So I just have a message for those that don't yet invest in Bitcoin. I would say give it a chance, study a little bit. And if you already own Bitcoin, don't give up on trying to change your family's future. Keep at it.
Well, amazing stuff. Thank you for sharing your story. I hope everyone who's listening, they will go check out Bruno's on Twitter and Instagram. They'll go check out your books, and that they feel a little bit more inspired this weekend. And maybe rather than throwing away their cans, they'll go down to the supermarket and exchange them for Bitcoin in your honor.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here. And everyone go check out Bruno's story. If you want to come join us, of course, Bitcoin events happening around the world. I'll be next at the Digital Asset Summit this October in the UK, bringing a Bitcoin perspective over to the Digital Asset Summit. You go to blockworks.co/events. Of course, while all the corporate adoption and the emphasis on institutional adoption, I hope you take a nice reminder here from Bruno's story. That Bitcoin is a grassroots movement. It's really a technological uprising that empowers the everyday person. And I was very happy to share Bruno's story. I hope you enjoyed it. For now, this has been Supply Shock, a Blockworks podcast.